Alrighty, and we are live.
Hi.
Are we coming through all right?
Let us know if you can hear us.
Oh, there's a few people waiting in here.
Yeah.
Good evening, Scott. Susan, how are you? Romeo, you early for a change? bright exterior, you reckon?
You reckon?
Lime green.
Oh, I don't know. You'll find out soon.
Yeah. Are we coming through all right? I think there's a bit of a lag on our end with the chat.
Hi, Amy.
Hope everyone's had a good week. Have you bought the Husqvarna yet?
We have.
We
We
did.
did a bit of shopping. We got a few things.
Went shopping
Some
for,
toys.
yeah. Got a bit of a funny look, I think, buying a chainsaw. The guy looked me up and down. Had a pink jersey on and sneakers. Yeah.
He managed to upsell you with the helmet and the shield and the earmuffs and the boots and the chaps.
Boots, yeah.
And everything.
Yeah. Hey, Aiden, how are you? I saw your new van just now on Instagram.
Yeah.
Awesome. It's exciting.
Mm.
Good evening, Ted. Michael, how are you? Bit blurry. Yeah, I just saw that. I don't know what our camera is doing, sorry. Struggling with something. The color seems to be going running. We'll try and sit
Yeah.
still.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hey, Shannon.
Hey. I need to figure out how to hook up the old GoPro. Because we're just using the camera on the top of my tablet. But yeah.
Mm.
Hey, Michael, how are you? The Red Dragon. It's funny how many times we saw you on the road
I
when we were
know.
down south.
It was cool.
Yeah.
Hey, John.
Hey, Romeo. Hey, Uncharted New Zealand. How are you?
Hi. Yeah, Troy, Husqvarna all round. We've got the ride-on mower and chainsaw.
I bought a chainsaw.
And we've got a log splitter. Which is
Yeah.
exciting.
Not a husky log splitter,
No.
but yeah. Be cool to show you guys the new house.
Yeah, got a few projects lined up for when we move in. So
Yeah.
looking forward to that.
Hi, Coulda Queen. How are you?
Hi.
We are warm and dry, thanks.
Yes. Got the fire going.
What's happened to this weather? This is actually our last weekend in the house,
Yeah.
and we're supposed to do all the weeding and lawn mowing and weed eating like today, tomorrow, before we leave. I don't think it's going to happen. It's like raining.
No.
Hey, Richard, Gina,
Hi, Anne.
Anne, sorry.
Hey,
Yeah, we
Deborah.
are good, thank you. We have just been packing, TJ, all week. We have another 4-5 days in this house.
Yeah.
Before the movers come.
Snuck up quick, hey?
Mm.
Been busy. I feel like we've got everything under control.
Yep.
We've pretty much got everything packed that we can pack before we move.
We have to do a bit of packing this weekend, but yeah, we're getting there.
Fair bit of cleaning to do. Not looking forward to that.
Chelsea tackled the oven today. That was no small feat.
Yep.
Yeah. The kids are funny about it, Gina, actually, because we've been showing them photos of the new place. They've been out and visited it. But the girls are confused because people live there still. So we're saying, this is the house we're moving into. And they're saying, but people live there. We can't move in if people live there.
Yeah.
And I think they're a bit paranoid that we're not going to take some of our stuff because they keep asking.
Yeah.
Like today, Ruby said to me, will we take my drink bottle to the new house?
I think
And
they
I'm
think
like,
that anything we haven't packed yet isn't coming with us. And they're very worried that Gizmo's not coming.
Yeah.
And Harvey's still not 100% that we've got the house. I think because it was so up in the air for so long, we'd put an offer in, it was accepted, but it was a backup offer. We were waiting for someone else's contract to fall through basically before we got it. So we'd been talking about it and about how we wanted it, but it wasn't ours yet. And we talked about it like that for so long with the kids that even when it did go through and it is ours, he's still like, oh, but it might not. So yeah,
I think
he's starting to get
we
there,
tried not to get them too excited, and then the flip side was now they're just like, oh,
a little
okay,
bit
we're moving.
unsure about it.
We're actually going to live at Chelsea's parents for
week and a half.
a week and a half. So we got this kind of, we're telling them we're going to live there for a little bit and all our stuff will be somewhere else. And then we're going to move into the house. So they're a bit like, what the heck's going on?
Yeah.
And the dog, every time we pack a box, the dog's stressed out. He's following us around.
Yeah. He's like getting in there, trying to get involved. Make sure we're not forgetting him.
The girls have got used to living in a house for sure.
Yes.
Used to messing up a house.
Used to tearing around in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good though. It's going to be nice. The new place has lots of outdoor space. It's got a great big covered deck with those blinds that you can put down all the way along it to block out wind or rain. So even if it's like bucketing down, they can actually be out on the deck.
Yeah, we're going to have a really good time down there.
Yeah.
Wow, there are 108 people in the stream, which is crazy. I think that's a record number for us.
Yeah. Welcome.
I suppose we should talk about the caravan.
Yeah.
So we have been teasing it for a while. I know a lot of our videos, I think at the moment, seem like they are just teasing you guys. Like they're all like, what's next? And this sort of thing.
Stay tuned. But it wasn't like that on purpose.
Yeah.
The reason is because things kind of just evolved over time. Things changed. We didn't have it set in stone for quite a while, actually, up until fairly recently when it was all sort of sorted out.
Yeah.
But yeah, we weren't doing it to string you along. And yeah, it was just, we were trying to figure out what was happening, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of you have been guessing what we've done. We were obviously talking about Australian vans. Our dream's always been to have like an off-road van similar to our old caravan, which we've just sold, but not too big, compact, but off-road, and kind of some of the things we wanted to do the first time around, but tried to save some money on and didn't. Bit more storage and the ability to take our bikes.
Bikes was a key thing because the kids are now at an age where they love getting out on the bikes. We've got a trailer for the girls, but it's not going to be too long before they're out on balance bikes. Harvey's on his bike all the time. So, yeah, that's going to be really key, I think, is having a van that we can have. And I've got an e-bike because pulling two children. and for a while there, I had Harvey on a seat in front of me and the two girls on the trailer behind. So I had 3 kids on board.
Yeah.
So e-bike is key for me.
Yeah, that was kind of our one regret of that sort of 15 months we did on the road, was just not having our bikes. So many opportunities.
Yeah.
We had Harvey's bike and that was it.
That'll be the next trip though, right? We're going to do a big bike trip.
Yeah.
Well, the next big trip.
Yeah.
I mean.
So we are excited to announce that we've partnered up with InsideOut RV and we have ordered a van.
A few of you have guessed that we're going to work with InsideOut RV because we have been drooling over their vans for years, drooling over them. They do some lovely vans. And
a lot of you actually here are owners of InsideOut vans, of the NextGen vans. We looked at them briefly years ago and made the mistake not to look into them further because we thought that they were all big and heavy and we were nervous about towing. And so we actually started talking to them back in March, and then they quickly sent us the brochure and we realized that they do smaller ones as well and can work to our weight spec.
Yeah.
So we are not getting a NextGen, but we are getting a Vacationer caravan, Australian built caravan, and InsideOut RV are about to bring them into the country.
Yes.
It's literally sitting. They've got 2 of them right now. One is ours caravan and another sort of display model. That's sitting in the port in Aussie right now, about to go on a boat. So apparently this time next
weekend,
they'll be in the country.
They're going to be traveling.
So Vacationer caravans. They're an Australian-made caravan, aluminium frame, full. We'll show you some pictures in a sec. They send us a few sneaky photos from the factory, but full off-road suspension, heaps of storage, great tanks, that sort of thing.
Very high spec, these caravans.
Yeah.
We were really surprised, actually. That was the other thing, is price point. We were a little bit hesitant about working with InsideOut to start with, but once we actually looked at all the specs that are included in their base prices, they included all the things that we would have had to add on to other vans. So with our old van, we had to add on solar, we had to add on extra water tanks, we had to add on batteries, all this stuff. And sure, it made the base price cheaper for those vans, but once you've added everything in, they ended up to be a fair bit more, whereas the inside out ones, it's all built in right from the get-go, so you don't have to muck around with all that.
Cool things as well that were included, like a reversing camera, outdoor showers, like
how awesome is
a
that?
huge storage box on the front with barbecue slides and things like that. So really well spec'd. We are super excited. It's like a dream van. It's actually been quite funny to choose everything because we've never, like, we've been choosing colors and things like that, and it's been like, oh cool, we get to design this thing, like choosing the flooring. And I know you guys with NextGen will be you know, you've chosen colors and splashback of your kitchen and your cabinet colors. But we even kind of went one step further and we're a little bit cheeky and said things like, can we put a bigger like skylight in above the bed?
It's so customizable. It was so much fun designing this van. So much fun.
Heaps of fridge options. So we put a bigger vent in one of the vents, and we even asked as well, can we put another window in? We put a whole front window in. So yeah, super excited. I'll pull up some pictures. They are from a cell phone, so a couple of them are blurry, but this is the outside of it here. Green, as some of you guessed.
Yeah, not lime green.
So yeah, she's a beast. She's pretty cool. We've got the big bumper on the back. We've got a big bike rack, vertical bike rack we're going to stick on there.
Yep.
Huge storage box on the front, which I'm pretty excited about. And if you look above the left gas bottle there, you can actually see the diesel tank for the diesel heaters on the front as well, which is cool.
Not taking up locker space.
Yeah, got the checker plating all around. There's a couple of photos of the inside. So
it's a higher chassis than our one as well, so we won't be bottoming out when we go into petrol stations when they've got a good angle on them. So
we chose all the colors on the inside, which was pretty cool. We probably went overboard on choosing the colors. Probably annoyed inside out a bit, but east-west bed at the front, like we've got now, with quite a cool little headboard sort of table there in the main bed. And the bunks are awesome. The inbuilt ladder was something that was like a must for us. It sounds really minor, but
the amount of times the kids asked us to get the ladder out so they could get up to their beds, and then 2 minutes later, because we'd put the ladder away so that other kids could get down the back, they wanted the ladder out to get back down, and it was just it was a nightmare. So having it built in is going to be really cool.
The bathroom looks awesome. Look at the size of that mirror on the shower. Pretty cool.
Lots of little details too, like all of the drawers are soft close drawers and cabinets. Things like the bench top carries on over the top of the stove, so you don't have that glass stove top. It's like the nice bench top. Yeah. So if you're not cooking on the stove, you've still got bench space that's usable. Yeah. And lots of cool details.
We did a few little upgrades as well. So we put the diesel heater in, which pretty necessary for us here in New Zealand, but we also are running lithium batteries in this one, so that's kind of exciting. Not big heavy AGMs. It'll be cool to play around in the lithium space. So yeah, we're buzzing.
I'm so excited to see it.
Originally we were thinking like we'd probably get one later on, you know, we'll do the house stuff first and then get the caravan, but there was a couple of dates opened up for Vacationer to actually build this van and ship them to New Zealand. So we were like, cool, let's jump on it. So yeah, pretty excited. We kept the length down, Aiden, like you say, for the weight. So
it's the same length as our current one, right? It's not any bigger.
And about 19 feet,
That was, keep the weight down, and also to fit into campsites better. So some campgrounds we've been to, it's been a bit of a squeeze. We've had to park our car elsewhere, and even then the van is pretty much taking up the whole site. And if we got it bigger, you'd have to start looking at possibly booking 2 sites when you go to proper campgrounds, which we don't do often, to be fair. We don't do it often. But when we are traveling with family who aren't necessarily self-contained, we do stay at campgrounds.
It'll be cool. Lots of storage, which is awesome for us. Now, what's also very exciting is that this van is going to be on show at the NZMCA Motorhome Caravan Show in September.
Hamilton,
23rd to the 25th of September, I think it is, the big show at Mystery Creek. Inside Out are going to take our van there. They've got 2 of them and a bunch of other vans.
It's going to be the first time we get to see it at the show.
And we're going on the Saturday. So if you go on the Friday, you'll
see it before we will.
You can use the toilet before we get to use it. Have a sleep in the bed. So yeah, if you're keen to see it and you are going to the show, definitely, come say hi. We're going to be at the Inside Out stand on the Saturday. I think I have some details here. I'll pop on the screen.
I think at 11 o'clock we're going to 11 o'clock we're going to head there, be at the stand. So if you want to come and say hi, come have a chat, come check out the van. We'd love to see you guys.
It sounds like Inside Out are going to have a big it's quite a big stand outside stand, loads of their NextGen and a couple of these Vacationers as well. So yeah, we're super excited. It'll be cool these will be the first two that are in the country. They're looking awesome. We saw some pictures of them going on the boat and they're looking pretty cool. And so if you want to come say hi and you're at the show, come hang out.
It'll be really neat to see you guys.
And take a photo of yourself in the I've got a picture as well. So we will be their site, if you are coming to the show, is outside the pavilion steps. So that big black box on the left there,
with the arrow,
the big steps, there's a coffee cart there, and you will see all the caravans. So if you are coming, have a look out for their site. Go say hi to the team at Inside Out. They're really nice people. This whole process has been pretty cool.
It's been so fun. It's been so fun. We did online color consults. We went through and picked all of the color scheme, what we wanted for bench tops and flooring and the lounge color and everything. And it was a lot of fun.
Getting like sneak peek photos from the factory as they build it, which has been pretty awesome. And we're pretty stoked to find out it's on the boat. I'm quite surprised how quickly they got it out actually. So if you are at the show, come say hi. I don't know where you put those tickets, but we are also going to do a giveaway this week on our Instagram and Facebook. We have some complimentary passes that Inside Out sent us as well. So if you want to come to the show for free, stay tuned. We'll have a draw on Facebook. But
it's a cool park over there too. So if you've got a van, we stayed there a few years back, didn't we, with the bus?
I think it's free as well.
Yeah, it is. So you can park up and stay on site at the show. It's really cool. It's quite a neat atmosphere there, hey?
Yeah. So lengthwise, I'm not sure on the exact length. I'm pretty sure it's 19 foot, the actual body. It's pretty identical layout to the one we had, with a few sort of smart things that are switched around. So one problem in our old caravan layout was the shower was here and the toilet was right next to the shower. So you couldn't hop out of the shower and dry yourself. It went shower, toilet, basin. This one goes shower, basin, toilet, and you actually have somewhere to dry yourself. So some things like that are
very cleverly
quite
done.
Clever,
not any bigger space, but the way that it's set up is a lot more usable.
Yeah. They do some beautiful vans, bigger family vans as well. Like Vacationer do like a 4-bunk model as well. But our car can only take 3-ton towing, and we didn't want to pay for a new caravan and a new car as well.
Might be something we do in the future, but for now, with the house and the caravan, it's enough. It's enough for us for now.
So we're pretty stoked, and I think the lithium upgrade's pretty cool as well. For the batteries, because there were a few times, if you followed along last year, that we ran out of power.
Yes, in the winter, the solar was not keeping up.
But cool sort of options with these ones of like, I can't remember the number when you fill out the form, but you can add like 4 panels or something and heaps of tanks and batteries, and you could build a really cool off-grid sort of caravan. So we're very excited. Michael, so the model in Australia, they call it a Rough Rider, which is a terrible name. They are being brought into New Zealand as Obsidian. If you want to look for more details before Inside Out do their launch on the Vacationer Australia website, just look for Rough Rider. They do a few different models, but I'm not sure why the name. Sounds like a terrible name. James, we are busy planning some trips.
Yes.
Despite all our everything else that's going on, we are
we're amping to get away in this caravan. It's been we've not had a van for a couple of weeks now, and and
our last few trips were just in the rain, so they're a bit dud. We'd like to go up the Coromandel in the summer. We've got a some family, some of Chelsea's family, a cousin that has some land up Coromandel that we can park on apparently.
Yeah, we'd love to go visit them. It's been a while.
Yeah.
We met up with them when we were down in Christchurch. Hey?
Mm.
They were down there traveling too. So yeah, be
We'd
cool
love
go see
to
them.
explore
Yeah.
the Coromandel.
Yeah.
So yeah, North Island, I think we would like to go back down to a lot of places, and we always talk about it. We're like,
Yeah, I think we'd be keen to do a bike trip to the South Island with the kids and pick a few spots. Not do the whole loop again, but
not go all the way to Stewart Island again. There's some cool places like Hamner Springs that we'd just love to go back to.
So many spots that we were like, I wish we had our bikes right now. Like the Alps to Ocean Trail looked so cool, and would be neat to do that with the caravan. Taking our time, working our way through that would be really cool.
Yeah, you can do that. I'll drive.
Okay, deal.
There you go. You can't use the toilet, sorry. You can sleep in the bed though.
Thank you for not letting people.
I wonder if people lie down on the beds and stuff.
I'd say they would, yeah.
Gizmo.
There isn't a bed for Gizmo, but he tends to hop in the bottom bunk with Ruby.
Or an Albie.
He likes a cuddle, that dog. So, yeah, we didn't bother getting him his own bed because he just wouldn't stay in it. But here he comes.
I know some people out there like a bit of Gizmo. Oh, can't even see him. There you go, buddy. Oh, show hello.
Just looks so happy all the time.
We just put him on his bed in front of the fridge, and he seems to like that.
Yeah. But yeah, he gets cold and goes and climbs in with Ruby.
Yeah, don't you, buddy? You stink. Sorry, just reading some. Yeah, I think 19 foot's a good size. I know some people don't have problems towing 22, 24 foot.
No.
There were a handful of places we couldn't get into with a bigger van, I reckon. And some campgrounds surprised us where, like, I know we stayed at a top 10. Where was that? In Kaikoura, maybe, that at 19 feet, our drawbar was sitting like literally on the edge of the road. Like we had to put like a cone in front of it so people wouldn't hit it. So it's like, man, if you had 22 footer.
I mean, people do. It's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And
we didn't need to go bigger.
That longer van, if you went to the 22 foot model of this one, you'd get an island bed up the front. So you get a bit more storage under the bed. You obviously don't have to climb over each other. So it's just a preference thing for us.
Yeah.
We just find the 19 foot a good size. We're pretty excited about the clearance because I bottomed the caravan out a few times, but
dock sites.
Dock potholes and stuff there. Yeah. So pretty cool. Pretty excited to give the old off-road suspension a try out as well. That'll be cool.
Yeah.
I think just going over curbs and things like that will be, not that you probably should be going over curbs, but that'll be a lot easier. Is the show pet friendly?
I think it was from memory.
I'm pretty sure it was too, yeah. And
maybe not in the actual show bit, but the park over bit definitely was.
Yeah. I think there's a vintage caravan display as well this year, isn't there? But yeah. Update on the name, that's a very good question.
It'll be Rosy 4, this one, won't it? We've gone through a few. Had the bus and then the motorhome and then the Jayco and now this one. Yeah, Rosy 4. We won't change it just because changing a YouTube channel is annoying.
I think we'll just call it Rosy.
Yeah, I mean, the kids call whatever vehicle we're traveling in Rosy, right? Like it's Rosy.
Oh, he's going to jump down and knock the whole camera of it. Ah! We packed our table so the camera is actually sitting on the computer sitting on top of two boxes. InsideOut are based just out of Auckland, south of Auckland. Yeah, pretty cool. Husband and wife team that run it. Neat caravans. Yeah, you'll see them at the show. Their NextGen caravans are pretty beautiful. You'll see them. You'll notice them when you're out and about on the road because they have cool colors. Like
cool. Yeah.
The red dragon was in there.
Yeah.
You'll see green ones and yellow ones and orange ones. So yeah,
there's a really nice navy blue one that we saw at the show when we first met the InsideOut team. Actually,
Yeah.
Really nice.
Pretty cool choosing the colors actually, and some of the next gen ones they can do in like a matte or a gloss as well, and so it's quite cool. You can kind of personalize them.
Yeah.
Ours is green on the front and the back, and then the sides are like a grey,
like a gunmetal grey kind of color, yeah.
But
And
with
then the
that black checker plate,
I
looks
like
so smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll do a we will do a full tour of it. So we'll probably do we'll do some videos at the show. We'll go and see it obviously for the first time. We can't wait to see it.
We'll do a video when we go pick it up as well.
Yeah.
We'll make that a little weekend trip.
I suppose we have to do a first night somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll do a full like walk around as well, just to show you guys what it's like inside and out. Yeah, Rough Rider. I think Inside Out team are in here tonight, and I think they didn't love the name Rough Rider. And if you Google Rough Rider as well, trying to find the caravans, you have to be very specific and Google Rough Rider caravans.
Safe search on.
Yeah, Romeo. We follow lots of people that on a few channels online that doing the lap of Oz, and I can't believe some of those roads and that dust, the red dirt you guys have. You'd have to know how to fix certain things on your caravan if you're an Aussie. Oh, Gina was seeing the Coromandel.
That'd be cool, yeah.
And we know it's a busy time to go up there, but it's primo for swimming and stuff, right? So, yeah. Oh, you're down in Hamner. Cool. Yeah, I bet it does.
Oh, I like Hamner.
Yeah,
it's nice.
Definitely need to go back there.
Mm.
Yeah, Gizmo's a bit gross, isn't he? That's a good question for Inside Out. Will you do some live videos at the show? We could do a live video actually, if you or on Instagram. Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, we'll be there. We'll go and see them first thing in the morning. We'll float around the show. We'll see you guys at 11. So we'll be there all day. Yeah. We might palm the kids off to.
We might leave the kids with the grandparents for the day, just so that we can enjoy the show a bit more.
Yeah.
Not that we wouldn't if they were there, but they're needy.
I'm sure we'll be down one day, Tracy.
Mm-hmm. We'll definitely be down.
This particular one isn't air suspension, Ted, but they do bagged ones. I think the Dakar is another model that's Vacationer do that has air suspension, and some of the like payload weights on those ones get crazy. Like you can stack a lot of those, but yeah, Bev, we've been up that road actually. That
was our first video.
Trip. Yeah,
our first video on this channel with the bus.
Was Fantail Bay.
Yeah,
that'd be nice to take the kids up there.
Would.
I bet it would so nice on those roads. That road when we went, I think we went in like March. Yeah, it was my birthday. It was quiet.
I was 8 months pregnant with Harvey. And I remember going, why are we going somewhere so remote?
Yeah. But I think it might be quite busy.
Be fun though.
Yeah. Yeah, we're definitely going to go up there.
Port Jackson.
Yeah. We have been good, thanks. We've been rushing around school and kids. Kindy. We put the girls into kindy for an extra day to give ourselves a bit of a breather, because here in New Zealand you get 3 days of kindy for free. So yeah, we've just been packing
and working
and chipping away, and this weekend's our last sort of big push to get everything sorted in the house and mow the lawns, and then we hand the keys over next week. So we're pretty excited.
Yeah.
We went and met the owners of the new property we're moving out to, which is kind of interesting, but the real estate agent said that she'd like us to meet, which I thought was kind of a cool sort of touch. But
yeah, it doesn't happen very often. Usually they keep the two parties pretty separate, and you have the real estate agent as the go-between. But yeah, it was really nice. We went over, they put on a big morning tea for us and showed us around the property and talked us through how everything works and where everything is. And
I think you could tell that we're not people that have lived on lifestyle properties before, because he's like, I'll show you the tanks. And so there's 3 different tanks on site, and you can pump water from one to the other, and the roof the water from this roof goes into this tank, and that roof on the shed goes into this tank, and this tank cross feeds to that one. And I just had my phone out, and I was like just furiously tapping notes. And the guy's looking at me because he's like, turn the green tap for this and the white handle for that. And I'm like, hang on, slow down. He's looking me up and down.
And he was very proud with his property.
Yeah.
You know, everything is immaculate, and we'll show you guys. We'll do a tour once we've moved in. But yeah, they've taken such great care with this property that I think he was wanting to make sure that that's going to continue. You know, and we're not just going to move in and go, we don't know what we're doing, and ruin it all.
Yeah. So no, we've been good, thank you. We've just been packing away. So the off-road suspension, so independent trailing arms and shocks in this one. So yeah, pretty excited. It does mean there's quite a lot of clearance. I don't know if you can tell in the photos, but the base of the van actually sits on top of the wheel, so there's no wheel wells as such. So you get a bit more space inside because you don't have the wheel well in the bottom cupboards, under your fridge, or in our old caravan, part of the wheel well actually meant one of our bunks was shorter. So Ruby's bunk was actually like probably 20 centimeters shorter than the other ones because of the wheel well. So this is quite high. But I mean, it'll be great for just not thinking about the clearance, I think. Yeah. And people say as well that sometimes that off-road suspension tows quite nicely. So yeah, it's also got one of the there's a DO35, the different hitch. So it doesn't have a 50mm hitch. It's got the pin, and the caravan has the full off-road swivel hitch. Starting off confident. Different hitch on it. So yeah. Pretty cool.
Yeah. Hey, Jonesy.
Yeah, new van and car. Is there room for a pop? We'd love to do a pop, actually. There are a lot of, it's quite a unique property. We're kind of excited to show people because there's a lot of, it's not huge. It's quite big for us, but it's not farm huge. Is it a hectare?
It's just over a hectare.
Just over a hectare. Yeah. Part of that will probably cut off and subdivide, but it's got a lot of pine trees on the property. It's got a big corner up by the house of pine trees that the owner and the previous owner were growing for wood. So they're being pruned. They're in kind of a bit of a rolling gully.
Yeah. Every now and again, the guy would get someone in who would take down a couple of the trees and then leave it for him to ring up and split, and he would sell them off as firewood. So yeah, big patch of pines. So
there is potential in the future. There's a lot of space there. We've got some big plans, and we'll also going to work with my sister and her husband on some plans for some of the land as well, which we'll make some videos on as well. We'll kind of do some caravan stuff and some stuff on the land. Yeah. But we're kind of excited because we can we weren't super keen to go like fully off grid and live in the bush in a yurt and get a composting toilet. And
not that there's anything wrong with doing that.
I'm just scared of doing that.
It's just, it's a lot.
It's a lot of work. Yeah. So this property, I think, will be cool for us because we can slow things, the kids can live outside a bit more. We can chop our own firewood, and
there's nothing that has to be done day one, right? Like we can just move in and settle in and chill out for a bit. But there is lots of projects that we can do on the land. So yeah, we'll keep busy. But
I can build a wood-fired hot tub with all the you're heading back to White's Bay. It's a good choice. Yes. Beautiful spot.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Inside Out to do some live streams from the show. Yeah. So feel free to look them up on Instagram and Facebook. Say hi to them, give them some love. I really like looking through their vans at the show as well. They're going to have a good sort of range on display of different ones. We looked at them a few years ago and they were quite cool. I remember they had a blue van that might not have been the blue one, but one on the ramp folded down in the back. And you could put motorbikes in the back, and it had fold down bunk beds. So it was like this awesome, like high-end caravan at the front, and then the back had this huge ramp, and you could fit like a quad bike in there, a couple motorbikes,
Yeah,
and
such a cool adventure
Yeah.
vehicle.
so they got some beautiful vans. They'll have some cool ones. You'll see them anyway because they're the only people there with coloured vans. Oh, Black Pete, good evening. Oh, you missed the pictures, did you? I'll show you again. You have a sneak peek. Show you the outside. There you go. Look at that beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Pretty excited about that storage locker for the barbecue and things. But yeah, we are very excited. Kids are eyeing up the bunks already.
Yep.
Gizmo would fit well on that bottom one. And
Just about need a 4-bunk model so that Giz can have his own one, hey?
I just noticed it's got the full oven with the grill.
Yeah.
That's cool. How did I miss that? Awesome.
I didn't miss it.
The slide out pantry as well is so cool.
Yeah.
I like the
Yes. That was one thing that just always bugged me with Rosy.
Do you know what? We went away for the last trip we did to the mountain, and there's something really nice about the caravan in winter. Like, a house is hard to heat, and it's a big space. And like, we sat in the rain for 3 days on our last trip, but with the diesel heater just ticking over, it's really nice.
It was cozy.
Yeah, it's quite surprising. When you have wet gear and stuff, I suppose, you just put a ton of 3M hooks in the shower. And yeah, I guess Nelson at the moment, we're
that's
a bit rough
horrible,
for the people down there.
Horrible.
But yeah, we really like the caravan. You kind of just realize I'd like it at night. Like, often at night, I'd sort of sit up at the table. I'd be doing a bit of editing. Chelsea would be like just there reading a book. You got just a couple of lights on. You're like, oh, this is really cozy, and like we're all in the same room. We can
chat. The rain on the roof.
Yeah,
and
clean it tidy. Yeah, you can. You could kind of sort it out, get it tidy. Yeah, the Red Arc controllers are good, eh? We cheaped out when we bought the Jayco and just bought the cheapest option, which sat on the drawbar, and it just had a little dial, so you couldn't set it
while you're driving.
Yeah, while you're driving, which some people like. And I think, Bevan, you were saying in Australia, like, I think that's illegal, right? In Australia, you have to be able to activate the brakes of your caravan from within your car for an emergency situation. The one we had did all right, but the problem was the kids would play with it.
Yep.
And so I'd always have to check it when I hitched up the caravan because it was just this little dial. So yeah. Oh yeah, Alan, we'll see you at the show. If you're around on the Saturday,
awesome.
Come say hi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll be there for sure. Yeah, the mirror on the door's awesome, eh?
The shower door, yeah.
And they also have another mirror that's you know those cool, it looks like a fancy hotel where the mirror's backlit, eh? It looks like it's floating. But on the shower door is an awesome idea.
Yeah.
And having the one-piece shower door is quite cool as well. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was the case, Romeo. You have to have them inside. It's probably a lot safer to be able to adjust it. There was a few hills where I pulled over, like when we went over the what's the hill in Nelson, the big one? Takaka?
Yeah.
Hill. I stop at the top, turn the brake controller up a little bit more, and then go down. So I think it's worth spending the time on. Yeah, it's pretty lush, eh? For sure. But I don't know if you noticed as well, but there's some kind of cool leather pockets, like at the end of the kids' bunks. It's like a leather pocket they can put books in, and there's a couple up the front, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
You just reach up and put them in.
They've actually embroidered Adventures with Rosy on the
that's really cool.
by our bed too, which is a nice little touch, eh?
It looks like we should get some pot plants, but I guess it's not conducive to traveling.
We had one that we traveled with for a while, and it drove me nuts because I'd have to move it every time we shifted the van.
Oh yeah, because you got an auto electrician to install them, the brake controllers. Something we'll need to look into with this van, a better brake controller. Yeah. Sorry, just seeing if I missed any questions. Where is the new house? So it's just over the other side, well, not other side of the lake, but Acacia Bay here in Taupo. So
we're staying in Taupo. We're not leaving Taupo. It's home. We've got family here, and we love it. The kids are settled. Harvey's loving school at the moment, and the girls are in kindy right next door. And they'll stay at that school in kindy. We won't shift them out to the local one. Just a bit of a commute, but that's,
it's a Taupo commute though, so it's not an hour in traffic, And
it's worth it for having a bit of space when you get home, right? Like I don't mind driving a bit to do pick up and drop off.
Yeah, and even things like we used to keep our caravan in storage here because we've got like a little strip of grass we could park it on up the back. But then just to go away, it's not just like a hitch up and go. It was like go and pick it up from the storage,
bring it back,
bring it back. Yeah. So it'll be nice to have the van right there outside the garage and just load it up and go.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're looking forward to summer.
Yeah.
We'll do some small trips before then, and then I think just take some time off and see you later. Yeah, it's an interesting area. It's a posh area, Acacia Bay. Some of it is because some of it has awesome lake views over there. This property doesn't. The thing with we're not
we're not that posh. There's a trade-off though. If you get the lake views in Acacia Bay, you don't get very good sun on your house, right? Or you lose it quickly. So
yeah, we kind of naively thought we'd just come back to Taupo after our holiday, buy a piece of land that's 10 minutes from town with no covenants, covered in native bush, really beautiful bit of land.
Park the caravan on while we built a house.
And then we kind of realized that to try and find a property was
impossible.
Yeah. Yeah. So, sorry, I was just reading the comment. Little camper. Everyone's doing house stuff. Yeah, traveling cages started building. I was just watching that this week.
Yeah.
I kind of wish I was that handy to be able to just build my own house like that. That was the other thing that kind of put us off buying a piece of land, is that like I don't know. I'm not that handy.
You're getting there.
Well, but I couldn't build a fence, We went in to buy a chainsaw. So we went in to talk to the lawnmowers. We obviously have to buy a lawnmower now. And so we thought, we'll go to lawnmower shopping. And I said to the guy, I want to buy a chainsaw. And I had a pink jersey on and shoes. And he kind of looked at me. And I think he could tell straight away that I've never held a chainsaw in my life. And he's like,
he picked one off the shelf and passed it to you to see how you would hold it before he started talking about it. And that must have been like the test.
It was so much heavier than I thought, but I just, it's not as heavy as I thought. And I was like, wow, this is a monster. And I think it was like the second smallest model. And then he put this piece of plastic on the floor because he goes, what gear do you have? Like, what are you going to cut wood in? And I just looked at my shoes, like I just had sneakers on. I was like, well, I'm just cutting these, like jeans and sneakers.
Gumboots.
And anyway, he put a piece of plastic on the floor and he goes, show me, like, pretend you're cutting this. And so I was like, bend down and cut it. And then he kind of moved it and the chainsaw like kind of hit my shoe a bit. And he goes, you're just going to chop your foot straight away. And so he ended up throwing in some steel cap boots for me.
He got a nice pair of boots for free, which was
it was pretty good.
Yeah,
but I think he looked us up and down. He thought, this guy's going to be in a few times, and
he didn't want to be responsible for you losing your foot.
I said to him, I suppose I need to learn how to sharpen a chain, and he goes,
just bring it to us.
Bring it to us. Yeah. So if anyone out there knows how to use a chainsaw, because I need to cut the wood to build the hot tub I want to build. So yeah.
Just start with the fence, eh? Start with the fence.
I reckon I could build a fence and hot tub, I reckon. Oh, you're a good Jonesy. So we got the property. Mm-hmm. Kind of surprising, actually. We put that backup offer in. We waited 4 weeks. And then we got the call basically saying that the first offer had not gone through and we got the place.
Yeah.
And we negotiated a bit of settlement. So we do have we move out of here next Thursday. Then we got 10 days in Chelsea's parents' house, and then we move in after that. So there is like a little bit of a buffer.
Mm-hmm.
But
they're letting us put all of our things in the shed of the new property. It's got this great big amazing shed
for my chainsaw.
So all of our things can get moved in there straight away before settlement, so that we don't have to shift it twice, which is really nice of them, because that doesn't typically happen either.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's quite surprising. It all sort of worked out.
Yeah.
Oh, here's something not caravan related at all, but
not any new ones coming up, but I did get some.
You got some like a week ago.
It was more than a week ago.
2 weeks ago.
I got my elbow done.
Yeah.
So I got a bird's nest around my elbow. I don't know if I can. Yeah. Oh, where's the camera? You can't really see. It goes around there.
Yeah.
Tricky to see. But yeah, I'm getting there. My sleeve I've got a few gaps left. Not much to go. Don't know what's the next one. We'll just wait and we'll get an idea at some point. But yeah.
A few people in here talking about the Wheaty system. I'll have to have a look at that. I know InsideOut do them.
Yeah.
I've seen reviews for them, but not really looked into them. But that could be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Use the boots, TJ. He demonstrated in about 10 seconds to me how I would cut my foot. He's basically like, if that branch moves, you hit the side of your foot. And I was like, oh, okay. The boots don't look great, but I think that's more of a practical thing.
I don't think it matters what they look like. No one's going to see you doing it. You're going to be...
Yeah. I bought chaps as well. I don't know. We're not planning to do any, I won't drop any trees myself, but
no.
the house has got a big fire in it and a wetback, so the hot water is heated off the fire, and that's all they use in the winter. They turn their hot water cylinder off and they just heat it with the fire all winter. So we can kind of be a little bit more off grid, but still close enough to town for the kids and the school and the sports and all that sort of thing. So be a nice I think it'll be a nice way for us to ease into that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's not like an all or nothing kind of thing, right? Like we can make changes and live a bit simpler without going full bush.
Yeah.
I guess is what the plan is.
I can't get rid of a fence. Building a hot tub. Yeah. That's still the dream. I'll start with a fence, I guess. I'll start with a letterbox. I'll build a letterbox. Yeah, I know, right, Michael?
Yeah.
We do have a friend who, some friends of ours have a bit of property, and he's a mechanic in the bush. He works with a lot of forestry guys, and just one of those real handy...
Shout out to Ben. He'll be watching this because he's a fan.
And I'm just sitting here saying, I wish I was more like Ben. He's watching. Like Ben taught me how to change the oil in my car and filters and stuff like that. So, yeah, I think I'll have to just ring a few people up and say, can you teach me how to, what do people say? Run a saw. I think you don't say like use a chainsaw. You say like, I think that's what you say. Like I'm on the saw or something. So, Ben, if you're listening, can you help me? I don't even know how to start it. I haven't even seen it yet. And the guy said to me as well, I said, what did I say to him? Like something about the motor, and he goes, yeah, but 2-stroke, eh? And I was like, yeah, 2-stroke. And he goes, yeah, 2-stroke. And then I noticed when we got the quote, it said, like some 2-stroke mix bottle for free or something on the quote.
Yeah.
So he's like,
giving us the...
He's like, this guy's going to put diesel in it and bring it straight back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look forward to me building the hot tub. Jonesy, you've been hanging out for a year. I'll have to do it. I want to go away in the caravan first.
I've been eyeing up those stoked tubs. They look really nice. We've been in a few of them at campgrounds where they've had them, and they're really nice.
Sorry, it's pronounced whitey, is it? Oh, I thought it was like whitey. That makes more sense. Oh, you got someone at the show about it. Cool. Oh, we'll have a look at the show then. Oh, look, Bevan can do it all. Timber cutter. Letterbox hot tub combo. I just don't know how watertight my hot tub's going to be. That's the problem.
That's all right.
Yeah.
The guy showed you how to change which tank we're on. So when you drain one of them, filling up the hot tub that empties out all over the lawn.
Yeah, Ben, help me out with the lingo. I'm running a saw, mate. Yeah, I'm on the saw.
You're on the saw.
I just text you. I'm on the saw today, mate. Got my chaps on. I don't even know. Don't put a hot tub and put a letterbox slot on it. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. NZ Caravan Life. We'll do some videos of the show as well. We'd like to. Obviously, we're really keen to see this caravan and give you guys a sneak peek.
Yeah.
We'll look through some of the inside out ones as well. And yeah, I think we'll look around the show as well.
For sure. My parents are in the market for a motorhome at the moment. They don't want a caravan, they want a motorhome. So they're heading up to Auckland tomorrow to look at one, but they might come along to the show and check out some as well. So we'll scope some out for them.
Yeah. It should be a good show this year, I'd say. Lots of people there, and it's good to see some people like Inside Out starting to get stock back in as well, and stock in the yard, which is cool because there's been this kind of drought of caravans for a while now. So yeah, it'll be cool to see what's around for sure. We'll be there if you want to come say hi.
Yeah.
I can't believe how many of you are here just to hear about our new
awesome.
caravan.
Yeah.
Thank you. And sorry the videos have been so slow over the last sort of month.
Yeah, no one wants to see us packing though.
We should have done like a 4-part series on packing it. I can't believe how much stuff we've got. I know some of you commented on a post we put up on Instagram of our garage, but
it wasn't even half of it. It's crazy.
So
much of it that we've packed like a month out as well, and it's like if we didn't need it in the last month, we probably don't need it.
Yeah.
Makes me want to go back in the caravan full time. This whole house move, I'm just like, what are we doing buying another house?
Yeah.
Too late now.
Yeah, we could do another year, I reckon.
Tempting.
Probably easily do 9 months up here. Hey.
Harvey would probably
right up the top.
Harvey would have something to say about it. He's loving school.
We had our first parent-teacher interviews the other day, which is cool. Yeah, everyone's garage is the same. Oops. It was just amazing how much stuff we didn't need for a year. Yeah. Even stuff we took in the caravan and didn't use for like the whole time we were gone. There was stuff we didn't use, and then we got home.
We might need it for this, and then you pack it, and it's just taking up space, and you just end up with clutter in the van, and drove me nuts. Hey.
Yeah.
Even a couple of times we posted a box back of stuff. We should have just op-shopped it. Like, if we're not using it, we don't need it.
Probably cost us more to post it back. Yeah, I think that'll be kind of a focus of what we want to do in the next wee while, is just to live a little more simply. I know I know we're a little bit naive, and a lot of you say we're naive. We're buying a lot of land, and we think that it'll be easier than our small house in town, but it is a smaller house, so there should be less cleaning, hopefully. But we just want to be able to like plant fruit trees and, you know, have a pop one day, and
more outside time, I think, is the key. Like at our current place, you know, when we pick the kids up from school in kindy, if we want them to be outside, they've got a very small space. Like we can't even have a trampoline. So then you kind of got to load everyone in the car and go somewhere. But I think just having space where the kids can build like bike jumps and they can zoom around and
I think so.
Build tree huts and, you know, all the fun stuff.
And that'll kind of balance really nicely with the caravan. Like it'll transition into the, you know, just get out there, get on our bikes. There's so many bike trails just in you know, within sort of like 2-3 hours from us as well. Just like stuff like that we want to get out and start doing again. So yeah. We will change the logo because this one is pretty cool looking. It's actually being changed as we speak. So yeah, we'll hopefully have a new logo soon.
Won't be completely different, but
Mm.
it will show the new van.
But yeah, good idea, Amy. Yeah, have a clear out.
Yeah.
Even if you're not moving into a caravan, it's just nice to have a clear out. But we packed some boxes a month ago. We haven't touched them. So
I haven't even
don't even know
needed
what's
them,
there.
or yeah.
There's
been nothing that I've gone, oh, we've already packed that. That's annoying. Nothing. Which doesn't bode well for unpacking at all.
Yeah. Thanks, Scotty Go. We're really excited.
Yeah, thank you.
We're pumped. It's been cool to get like sneak peek photos through, which is cool. I have like, we've been zooming in on the photos. Oh, look at that! Look at that! It's really exciting.
Yeah.
Now we gotta like, we'll buy some new bedding to match the color scheme. Chelsea wants to buy a bunch of accessories, but it's gonna be cool. It's it's kind of, I guess, after owning a motorhome and a bus and a caravan, this is kind of like the ultimate setup for us. Like,
this is like the best of all the bits that we found worked.
Kind of go anywhere. We want to do the, we wanted the lithium upgrade so that we can, continue to camp off grid, and the tanks and stuff on, Aussie caravans, like all the caravans inside out do this awesome options for tanks. Like, I think when we looked through this one, you could add like up to 4 tanks or something crazy like that, which is just amazing. So
but then the standard one was
it's like 2 tanks.
Is so what we had.
Awesome
on our other one. It's perfect. So
we're really pumped. And if you want to see it before us, like we said as well, if you weren't here and you're coming along to the show, then site. What's the site again?
OS6.
Outside 6, outside the pavilion. I vaguely remember going there last time I went to the show. The big steps out the airport end of the pavilion. There was a little coffee cart there, and come spot our van.
Yeah.
Go on the Friday, and come on the Saturday actually and see us. But if you go on the Friday, you'll see it before we do, which is pretty cool. And then we'll cruise up to Auckland a week or so later, a couple of weeks, and
pick it up.
Yeah. Exciting. Yeah, we have been following Andy. James, we actually caught up with Andy when we were in Christchurch and went out and saw that bus.
Right at the very start of the build, he just ripped all the seats out. And
I think he was insulating, But it's coming along well. It's cool. That's Bus Life NZ. I'm sure a lot of you followed them, but he's neat. And that van looking cool. We're just talking about composting toilets today, actually, because we saw his video he put up about them. But it's a cool looking build. I wish I was that handy, but I'm not. So
I think you say that every live stream. You talk about how you wish you were more handy.
I just watch all these people on YouTube. And cool, Romeo. Yeah, we got lots of plans for summer. So we'll be.
I want to head to Castle Point at some point. There's an NZMCA down at Riversdale there now. Hey.
Park.
Yeah.
Castle Points.
I know.
Coromandels. That would be good though. We could go down there for sure. I didn't realize that. That's cool. I don't have the weight on hand, Mark. I don't know why I looked at my phone. I don't have it on my phone either. The thing with some of these Aussie caravans is they have a really big payload weight. So, like the weight of what you can add in your water, your English caravans will have a few hundred kgs, and then some of your entry level Aussie caravans, 400-500 kgs, and some of the NextGens and the Vacationers go up another bracket. So we won't put a lot of weight into it. We probably won't travel with full tanks all the time, just a bit, for a coffee on the side of the road. But we wanted some of that extra weight for the bikes, because we're kind of surprised how quick you can use up that payload weight. Our old caravan was 475 kgs of payload, and if you put 120 liters of water in, then that's a quarter of it gone, straight away. So we'll less is more in some ways, travel with a bit less water, but all the bikes. The e-bikes are quite heavy, so
Yeah.
just a few things like that. The lithium battery is obviously a lot lighter than a couple of big AGMs as well. So yeah, it'll be good. It'll be awesome. That's one reason we kept it short. We do like the idea of an island bed and that bit of extra storage, but keep it shorter, keep the weight down.
We'll be able to give a bit more info once we've got the van and do the tour video as well. We'll talk about the weights and that.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah, we'll do proper like specs and walkthrough of the caravan, I think. Yeah, it's a cool looking van, eh? Yeah. Oh, you did. That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, Andy's doing a great job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll become more handy. Maybe I shouldn't dwell on it so much. I was quite stoked when I did the lagging in the caravan.
Yeah, you did an awesome job.
And when some carrots went down the drain and I pulled all the plumbing apart and to unblock the drain in the old caravan because the pipes are about this big. There was a few things actually that I was like, oh, this is kind of like, the diesel heater. You remember the first night we went away and the fuel line of our heater was wrapped around the exhaust pipe of the heater. So it actually melted and was dripping diesel. And then I was like, no, I'm determined to fix this. And
you were out there at like midnight in winter in Taupo.
We were going to freeze otherwise. Yeah. But yeah, I like the caravan for that sort of thing. That's kind of simple to learn those systems eventually. Put your own 12-volt and stuff in. And that's a good question, Lithium, for AGM. Normally it depends on your battery management system and sometimes depends on your solar controller and how they talk. If you have an older style battery management system, it might not support the lithium charging because, with a AGM battery, you can only run them down so much, right? So they might be at like 13.2 volts when they charge. You might be able to run them down to like 12.4 or something. But an AGM, you can run down a lot further. I know Andy just talked more about this on a video as well when he put lithium in the bus. But you need a system, a charge controller that supports that. There you go. Van's about 2,450. Hot tip galvanized edge weights. Yeah. So yeah, that's right. Actually, we do have the off-road suspension, but they have like a semi-off-road, which is like a kind of like what we have now, an axle leaf springs, but they actually put a shock in the leaf springs. So they're like entry level that InsideOut RV do is like a level up from
what we were
from traditional suspension, and then they do off-road, and then they get all sorts of crazy extreme off-road. So we're kind of just sitting in the middle there, which should be fine for us. We're not going to tow it fast or do any four-wheel driving or but it's kind of cool for all those dock roads in New Zealand or even the roads that are corrugated. Obviously like freedom camping where it's unlevel or potholes or whatever. So yeah, that's not bad actually, that weight. Thanks for that, Jared. And also I guess the aluminium frame in these caravans might make it a bit lighter as well. But yeah, we
were quite surprised actually once we had looked into it all, how we were thinking it was going to be a lot heavier than what it actually was, and there was a lot of things that they could work with us on to keep the weight down. So yeah, it's very good.
Yeah, some of if you like, because you don't actually have axles because you've just got the trailing arms, so it's not actually heaps heavier or as much heavier as you'd think. But yeah, there you go. So just 2.5 ton. Our Kato's 3. We could, go up to a Range or a Hilux or something that would tow 3.5, but I think we'll be fine. But yep, insulated for sure. Got the honeycomb floor in it, which is pretty cool. And we put the diesel heater in as well. Yep. So that's kind of a must for us to have like just a diesel heater, just a preference, personal preference. Yep. And we found it good, even those days awesome. in the snow.
Yeah.
It was actually someone, who did I see that was parked up in the snow recently? In Tekapo, yeah. Was it you guys NZ Caravan life? Someone I saw parked up in the snow, and I thought when we stayed there, we had, I don't know if it snowed, but it was like
Yeah, it
very
was like
frosty.
icy. Yeah.
Our door froze shut, and yeah, we were toasty as, and kind of realized then, like, oh, you can run the heater all day, and it's still very cost effective.
Yeah.
So
Definitely worthwhile getting a diesel heater, I think.
So yeah, we're pumped. This is our dream van. We're pretty excited. Kids are excited.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said before, we'll probably go and do some packing now. But if you are keen to come see us, come see the Inside Out team as well, and
be awesome
give
to
them
see you guys.
Give them a bit of love as well, because we'll be sharing stuff around, of their socials and Instagram and stuff as well. We're doing the giveaway of the passes with them as well. So if you want to win a couple of passes, we'll post them out to you.
Yep.
Yeah, stay tuned. Facebook and Instagram. We'll
put the details up next week.
Yeah. So the show is pretty much a month from now. So in a month from now, you can see our new van in the flesh.
And so can we.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, it's one more question. I like questions about heaters. Both are fine. We've had both. We just preferred the diesel was a bit quieter, but I don't know if we had a really terrible gas heater. It just sounded like a jet engine.
Yeah. And it was right under the bed.
Yeah.
And we were a bit dubious about having it running while we were sleeping. It was like a lounge that you make up to a bed in the back of the bus.
And the heater was
underneath it. And once you put the middle panels of the bed on, it got quite hot, that panel. So we were a bit like, we didn't want to run it while we were sleeping, basically. Was the gist of it. Probably would have been fine. But...
-6 in Tekapo.
Ooh.
That's pretty decent. I hope you're joking, Robert, about a fan heater making your walls buckle. Oh, wow, are you serious? You're asleep at the time.
Oh my goodness. It's terrifying.
Yeah, I wouldn't run fan heaters. Oh, that's funny. All right, we'll leave everyone to it.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes.
So yeah, cool videos come out. We'll see the van at the show. We'll have a look around the show. We'll go and pick up the van. We'll have a few nights away somewhere on the way home.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do a full sort of tour of the van and share all the specs and that sort of thing with you as well. So heaps coming up. Oh, you see. Had to open the windows, so I keep getting sidetracked. Signing up.
Oh my goodness, that is so scary.
Oh, you're lucky it didn't catch fire or something. So yeah, thank you for joining us, and we're excited.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We will see you at the show.
Yeah, I hope to see a big bunch of you there. It'd be cool to have a catch up with everyone.
I've kind of got it in my head that like it'd be like a Justin Bieber concert or something, and the organizers of the show will be like, "What's going on over there?" You know? But yeah, if you're around, come say hi. We're gonna have not millions of you at the show, but
and if you could wear like Adventures with Rosy t-shirts and have some banners, that would be awesome.
Yeah, and scream like 12-year-old girls and scream and run towards us. That'd be great. And yeah, we can get you in the back of the vlog. Come jump in. Thanks, Michael. Yep, we're on track for the next few months. Everything's lined up. We're a bit sick of dealing with lawyers and the bank and real estate agents, although ours have been really good. But it'll be nice to just have everything done, pick the new caravan up, and that's right. That's what that felt like. So yeah, I feel like we need to keep the stream going so people can find out what happened to Little Campus Caravan.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you can't just say goodnight and not tell us what happened to the caravan. How did you reshape it? Yeah, that's the idea, Blake Pete. Where's everyone? What's going on over there? And yeah, it's just us holding the camera up and all you guys in the background just screaming banners. We'll sign like people's arms and stuff with like vivids.
We're hoping if the new logo is done on time, we might get some stickers made up. So if you come along to the show, you can get a sticker for your
bumper
van.
sticker, that'd be cool. Oh, it went back to shape. Okay. Oh, that's so good. We can sign off now that we all know what's going on. All right, see you later. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks. See ya.
Look at this slide I made, Chelsea. Look at this.